Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Wolverine Guy Kill. Bullets, 2 watts.
Right up Main Street.
We win this shit.
Oh my god, penetration.
Wolverine Guy Kill. Welcome to the Wolverine Nation. Hello, everybody. How we doing? I have. Oh, I see what's going on here. I'm fixing something. Hey, FM, how we doing? Okay, that is tangled. I got some wires crossed here because my cable management has gone to shit. I'm fixing it. There we go. We'll just deal with that later. There we go. All right, how we doing, everybody? I am Wolverine Guy Kev. I am a 47-year-old professional opera singer and a father of 4, and I'm just trying to lose some weight here, gain some muscle. I've changed up the way that I've worked out a bit over the last couple of days. Some of my strength training has occurred at the commercial gym. Hey, Clabbers, what up? Yeah, I know, I've been gone for a couple of days. So, today's Thursday. I don't remember what happened Tuesday. Something happened Tuesday. I didn't stream. Yesterday, I know I didn't stream. Yesterday, I didn't stream because I went to Planet Fatness. I will forever call it that. And because they have gotten a couple of machines that I desperately need for my leg workouts. I don't even know what's going on anymore. They got a hack squat machine in, which I have been mentioning for months on my stream that I wanted to get one. And it's plate loaded, so it's a beautiful thing. And they also got a calf raise machine, and then obviously they have leg extension and hamstring curls, all of which are things that I have had to do a lot of improving in order to make that happen here. I just realized I didn't close my laundry room up. You guys are seeing the mess that is my laundry room here. Let's just pretend that doesn't exist. All right. Ta-da! So I was there and I ran a mile and a half. And then last night, my wife joined in and we did a shoulder workout and a core workout here, not on stream. If you have been following on social media, you already know this, but I'm going to repeat it anyway. So, you know, Jen had to go in for a heart ablation. They didn't find anything. The ablation did not happen. We're still on the hook for insurance, but we don't know how much. The attention that Kev gives to a hack squat. That's fucking funny. That needs to be a meme somewhere. With me just like at a hack squat. Big Kip locked in. What's up, FootJoy? How you doing? 150. Is that how much I make today to make up for all the bullshit yesterday? 150 secured yesterday. So it didn't happen. We're still on the hook for whatever insurance charges because we don't actually know what's going to be billed at this point because the procedure the actual procedure did not happen. So I don't think we're on the hook for what we thought we were, but who knows? We have not gotten a bill yet, so we're waiting for that. So Jen went into for a follow up yesterday and said, "Hey, I need this issue to be solved." So is it the issue that now she takes heart meds to minimize the issue, but they interfere with her quality of life? She's constantly tired, and it's a band-aid over a bullet hole. It really is. So but the thing is that if she's on those meds, chances of them having a successful incident while they're in there doing the ablation are a lot lower. So to prep for this, 3 days beforehand, she came off the meds. And so she suggested, what if I come off them sooner? Can we do it again? And Doc was like, look, I don't know what to tell you. I really think that's kind of a waste of time. Jen was really, really frustrated. She's venting to me. She was this combination of mad and upset and disappointed. She's in tears at the doctor's office. I'm trying to just be a supportive husband at this point. And what they decided, they put her on a different med, lowered the heart med that she's on now, put her on a heart monitor, and they were like, cardio your ass off for the next couple weeks. Okay, so me not wanting my wife to die, I had her work out with me last night, and we just did some core. We did not. I purposefully, and I did not tell her this, I purposefully kept them low intensity because she hasn't worked out in so long. I don't want her to hurt herself. But we're not gonna ease her into it as much as I would like her to ease into it due to the purpose of this. So tonight, wholesome team workout, I'm talking about right there. So tonight, I am probably after I've got some voice lessons to teach, and then obviously, I've got dinner to make for everybody. My teenager's actually coming home tonight. He did not come home last night. My head really itches. Probably the crabs. I'm kidding. You see all that bed head and hair there? So tonight I'm going to take her to Planet Fitness. I'm going to upgrade my membership this month, and just for this month, and get her on her treadmill for a half an hour. Now, I would like her to walk at a brisk pace rather than run. But my gazelle-like Amazon queen of a wife will probably jog. And she's all legs. So watching her run is just sorry. My wife does it for me. So that's kind of what's been going on here. Black card hydro massage beds. I love those things. I have had a black card membership off and on since I first started going to Planet Fitness probably 20 years ago. And those hydro massage chairs have been there a while. I've never used one. So much uwu tonight. No, I wanted uwu last night, and no, neither of us. It was more like, ooh, that's what happens. Okay, there was no uwu. It was an uwu-free zone. Besides that, if you know anything about how the ablation was done, they went in through the femoral arteries. That area is beat up, and not in a way that I would personally brag about. Massage chairs and massage beds are the three main reasons I keep my membership there. For me, it was always tanning, and the fact that no matter what, I will always be able to access a treadmill because it's 60% treadmills. We all know I am not a huge fan of Planet Fit. Where are my gloves? I brought them down here. Where did I put them? This is going to be one of those times that I search for them for 20 minutes and they're going to be in someplace very obvious. I throw them here. Not in my pockets. They're not over there. All right, I'm going to switch to wide view. This doesn't help me search, but ooh, free zone. Well, this, I know, right? Hold on. Did I put them over here? Are they behind my desk? I know I brought them down. What the hell did I do with them? F! Well, I didn't throw them in there. What's on tap for today? It is ta-ta day. We're doing bench presses. We're doing flat bench presses. We are doing dumbbell flies. We're doing cable flies. We're doing tricep extensions, both with the bar and with the rope, and an overhead extension after that if I have anything left in my arms. I'm going to run upstairs real quick. Give me 1 second. For God's sake. So yeah, I brought my gloves to Planet Fitness yesterday because I wasn't really sure if I was going to do finding out gloves on tap. Big Kev Tank is going to be on ES. And I set them on the kitchen counter when I came in. And when I went to take them downstairs, I must have got distracted because I moved them all of 1 foot from the kitchen counter to the shoe shelf. All right, I just got to stretch out my arms a little bit and my pectorals. So, some of you may know this. I know it may come as a shock. I can get into some political arguments. And some clown said something about, so President Biden, who is still the president for the next few days, negotiated a ceasefire between Israel and the Hamas. And of course, in the comments, everyone's like, "That's because they know Trump is coming." Like, well, if that was the case, they would have waited for the ceasefire until Tuesday. That's how Reagan did it. And regardless of the fact that it was a shitty move, it was smart. But anyway, I commented and turned into a bunch of name calling as usual. But somebody just commented on there and said, "I think you need to lay off the roids." And I was like, "You think I'm big enough to be on roids? That's the sweetest thing I've ever heard." I was like, a bunch of heart emojis. Planet Fitness tried to steal your gloves. Planet Fitness stream, dude, they won't let you. They won't let you film in there. Like, you have to be kind of discreet about it. So people do, but technically they are not allowed to let you. We're not doing any core today because I did core last night. I'm kind of rocked on that at the moment. More rules in kindergarten. You're not wrong. The problem with doing Planet Fitness streams is that, well, especially at this time of year, there's tons of people there. And it's just too damn crowded. And I feel stupid. I really do. Did you go there last night? I went there yesterday during the day. That's why I didn't stream during the day. Last night I just did some shoulder and core here with my wife. Oh. Start a workout on my watch. Okay, strength training. How far is Planet Fitness from the crib? It's a mile. It's so I basically get out of the neighborhood. I go to the main road. I take a right. It's literally 1 mile down the road behind a Walmart. And so the first problem with Planet Fitness streaming there is that it's crowded as hell. Second is not only is the Wi-Fi unreliable, for the most part, I can stay connected, but their upload speed is, and that's what you need to stream there. So it's really difficult. Nothing good ever happens behind a Walmart. Hey, look, $20 is $20. If I wasn't in such a friggin' AT&T dead zone where I live, I would just use my phone's data. But everything around here is a dead zone. Like, I'm really regretting not switching to Verizon. Wi-Fi is not a selling point. Exactly. It's good enough for me to watch The Office while I'm running. Good Lord. I don't normally do flat bench, and that's why. I feel like I'm going to kill myself on the way down and the way back up. Just going to do a 1 minute rest on that. Ooh. With those two things being said, it's just, it would be really difficult to do a non-frustrating stream. I've tried streaming from Crunch Fitness and from LA, and it never keeps the signal. And that's their Wi-Fi. Ignorance sign. The NCAA decided this year that they're going to start paying the women's March Madness teams. They've been paying the men's teams for years. And one of my favorite people, Conor McGregor, is facing another sexual harassment, sexual assault lawsuit. I hate that guy. Eleven. 12. Yeah, I know. I'm used to it. I grunt so much. This is the other reason I don't want to work out at Planet Fitness. Because I'm going to set off that fucking lunk alarm. Anything cool planned this weekend? Bruh, playoff football. Lions are playing the Commanders Saturday night. So I ain't doing shit Saturday. I gotta watch my Lions take one more step toward their first Super Bowl. Am I gonna watch it? That is an understatement. I'm gonna watch it from the comfort of my own home, but I am gonna watch it. All right, I'm gonna do something I don't normally do. I'm gonna go for 315 today. Just a couple of sets, maybe just one. I'm gonna cook or have any snacks. I don't know. I am having such a rough time with my weight. And guys, I work out 2 hours a day, 6 days a week, and my diet has not been bad. So I am borderline having an eating disorder over snacks. I freak out about little things like, potato chips. Stress keeping the weight on? I don't know. I wish I knew, and I wish I really had any kind of a reason for it. I'm back down to 272.5. Before I go any farther, give us more grunts. I'm gonna end up like that one chick who was mic'd up during her tennis match. Let's see, I had a fiber 1 bar, protein shake, Coke. And Coke is gonna be my one thing of junk food today. Takes weight off of you. Stress can increase cortisol levels, which can cause your body to cling to fat. Can being the operative word there. I know you guys saw there's an ad coming up here in a minute. So if you're not a subscriber, you are going to get a 90-second ad break. Sorry. All right. I am just asking for it with this. Bought some Quest chips to try out. Securely in the because of procrastination. What are Quest chips? I've not heard of those. 438. Thank you for the pussy update. That's amazing. How you doing, Dreadwing? Welcome in. Good to see you. All right. My goal with this amount of weight is just 2 reps. It has been a very long time. At one point, I was doing 315 for 5 reps for a couple of sets. I have not done that in a very long time. I am slowly building up to don't fall. Stop falling. One of these days, I'm going to get this on a level floor. CBUM punk action for you. Did the ad just not fire? I never saw anything for it. Oh, I guess it did. Oh, it's running it now. Quest is a brand well known for creating high protein chips, cookies, and other snacks. There it is. Yeah. Not what I wanted to do. Grocery. Not question. Okay. Juice. I had I got to get pull-ups for my kid. but I saw it and I went, why did I put pull-ups in my grocery list? I can barely do one as it is. Why is it a to-do? I'm so dumb. Okay, so we need to put this in the health food aisle. Okay. Ta-da. All right. We're just gonna, I'm working a kink out of my shoulder right now. Last night, I was not kind to my shoulders. I did dumbbell lateral raises, dumbbell front raises, and bent over dumbbell rear flies. So, and my range of motion really limited that one. You're working a kink. Jesus Christ, clappers. Now let's see. There it is. Relax. If I yell at it, maybe it'll stop. All right. So yes, I'm working a kink. I actually like that color scheme down there in the over there. No. Yes, over here. There. Like, where am I pointing? On the music widget. All right, so this is 315 flat bench raw, which means I'm not using any accessories. Sometimes people will use a band around their arms to help get that up. Bit more cheese, please. What's up, High Beam? How are you doing? Phi Beam. Welcome to the Ark. Teletran 1 shall be your guide. So, and I'm not using elbow sleeves, which a lot of people will use to get more support there. Jesus Christ, clabbers, times that Kev missed the...
I can smell you.
You're scared already? You're so scared you're lurking. Okay. Is it just because I said Jesus Christ, clabbers? Now, Kelly is special. Love Kelly, but what the fuck sometimes. And why does one of those... Huh, that's weird. Have you seen that before? All right. Okay, I know what the problem is with that. I'll have to fix it later. I am procrastinating, in case you're wondering. Fix lurk command emote. The car can carry mountains. Saw Captain Pharaoh and his money he was counting. I'm High Beam's fault. Without High Beam, there would be no Jesus Christ. Yeah. Truth. All right. See if I can get this up. Oh. All right. Everyone's got 911 on standby, right? Kidding. That actually was not bad. All right. I was so nervous about it. All right, we're going to do a 5-minute rest in between sets there because that is nearing my max. Ow. Whew. My thumb hurt on that one. The hardest part with that is really unracking the weight. I had to think of a way to say that the clappers wasn't going to respond in a manner unbecoming the pristine reputation of this channel. Whew. I honest to God think I could do that for reps. I'm intimidated to do it without a spotter here because this is more than I weigh now. Yeah, worried about it. I'm always worried about my rack. So while I have time, let's talk about what I did to get that up and off. Damn it. Shut up, Flabbers. So bench press works primarily your pectoral muscles, and then as a secondary muscle, it works your triceps. Now, there's a lot of stabilizing muscles that go into it, including a lot of core and your lats. So when I'm prepping for this, I pinch my shoulders together and I kind of roll my arms forward to engage my lats. It's really hard to explain exactly what I'm doing there, but the point is that these big ass wing muscles back here are engaged. I am taking all the tension off the bar, so I'm already pushing a little bit when I grab the bar. I've got a nice wide but not too wide grip. This is going to vary person to person. I engage my core by blowing out the air like in a cough and clenching like I'm about to get punched, okay? At the same time, I'm thrusting forward with my hips. I have my feet trying to push through the ground as I push off the rack. And then you never let go of the tension. Once you let go of the tension, it's a lot more difficult to move that weight, and not for good reasons. Shut up, clabbers. And letting one rip simultaneously. Yes, you are not wrong. So again, because this is nearing the max weight I can lift on a bench press, I am taking an extremely long rest period here because I want to be fully recovered when I attempt a second set. So I have on my phone, I have shortcuts set up for a 1, 2, 3, and 5-minute rest periods. 2 is kind of my default. 3 is when I'm doing things in a 3 to 6 rep range, and or a 3 to 5 rep range, and 5 is for when I'm going near or at my max or PR. Attempt to rip number 2. So we've got 1 minute are the 12 to 15 rep range, high intensity with a raised heart rate. 2 minutes my default. That's your 6 to 10 rep range, and then the 3 minute are 3 to 5. I'm sorry, the stream was starting to feel like a t-ball game. I'm practically sitting on my hands, and High Beam doesn't choke on her pee. So we got 1 minute left on that rest period. I tensed up every muscle in my body. I am feeling it like everywhere. Remember the first time I heard Hulk Hogan come down to the ring to this? Those were the days back when I liked Hulk Hogan. Instead of reps, we should call them reps. All right, I'm gonna start getting ready for this. And if you're thinking to yourself, this is an exceptionally long rest period, don't be afraid of rest periods, especially when you're lifting heavy. Your body does not grow when you're lifting weights. It grows when you rest. And if you don't recover, you're going to hurt yourself. That includes between sets when you're lifting super heavy. And I don't care who the fuck you are, 315 pounds is super heavy. I personally know people that can bench press over 400 pounds. They will also tell you that 315 is super fucking heavy. Just not for them. There's one guy I used to work with at Mongolian Grill. People used to call us the steroid twins, which is hysterical because neither of us were on steroids, but he was a much more serious lifter than me. But the only thing I had on him was that I benched way more than he did. That is not the case anymore. I've actually gone to him for a lot of workout advice. Ah, damn it.
Oh yeah?
2, 3. Ugh. That actually touched down. That was a full rep each time. All right, we're going to do one more set at that weight. Rest that. Rest it. Smack it up, flip it, rub it down. Oh no! Did I hear though? Everyone heard the oh yes. All right, now I got to take a minute to log what I have done so far. I'm just grabbing my keyboard so I don't have to try to dictate this. Give me 1 second. I was very bad for a long time about logging what I lift. There we go. Strength training. Okay, so warm up was BB press flat 2 times 12 on 10 pounds. BB press. Two. Three. Okay. Oh, all right. Candyman, what's happening? You don't have to lift weights. Do body weight. Do cardio. Literally anything. How you doing today? Hey, I wasn't here yesterday. I'm not sure. I don't think I was here the day before either. Ooh, you know what I should do? How much time I got left in this rest period? Oh, what happened there? I swear. This. All right. App Store clearly needs to update shit. Like, shit just disappears. I don't understand why. I got 2 minutes left. All right, so shit, what the hell was I doing? You go away.
Titty sprinkles.
Titty sprinkles, indeed. No, I need to add this. No way. Twitch took away its widget. That's why. Oh, well, that's stupid. Add widget. All right. Let's done. Shortcuts. Let's do no, that one. Move that here.
Ooh.
Sorry, guys. That widget, and we're going to set that to that. Okay, that'll work. Got 1 minute left. Sorry, guys. These are fun. Hey, man, I wouldn't have them there otherwise. I'm doing all right, Candyman. I'm just, lifting heavy shit today. I got a ton to do. This is, with me doing these heavy lifts, this workout takes a lot longer. And I've got a new student coming today. I've got 2 voice lessons. I've got to go grocery shopping. I've got to get a cardio workout in with my wife. I've got a call with a composer for a work that I'm helping debut. There's just a lot of shit that I'm working on. What the hell was I doing down there? She said. Well, let's get back to that. All right, we're going to do one more. Oh, hi, Bean. Thank you so much for all of those, all of the links and chats there. All right, this is my last set of 315. 3 reps I'm happy with. That's a cool purple belt. You mean the blue one over there? That is definitely blue. It's my Cody the American Nightmare Rhodes weightlifting belt that does not fit me at all. I'm way too big for it. So it is decorative. For my birthday this year, I want to get a custom one. Son of a bitch. Ugh. Okay. That did not come off the left side at all. Let's try that again. Ugh. There. Whew. All right. So now we're going to come down literally 90 pounds and we're going to do a set for 10 reps. That's your favorite? What am I doing? This goes here. Ugh. I had a feeling people were going to like that one. So we are going down to 25 here. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to clip that second set. Let's go back and do that later. Someone cares. All right. This is 225. 2 plates on each side, plus 45-pound bar. Oh, just need a second. We're gonna get right into it. We're also moving down to 2-minute rest periods now. So the stuff that I talk about, thanks, Red Wing. The stuff that I talk about with rest periods in the respect to rep ranges, that's kind of just my thing. I'm not using any kind of research or science. It works for me. I think it's a good guideline, but your mileage may vary. And I think it's really important to stress that with everything that I do, I am not a licensed personal trainer. I am not a health professional. I'm just a dude that lifts heavy shit and has read a lot, watched a lot of videos. And that has informed me with the decisions, has informed the decisions that I make when I lift. I think that's super important to keep in mind for people, because I don't want someone taking my word as gospel, pick things up and put them down, and going out and hurting themselves. So above all else, you know, either I give a lot of general tips and things that apply to me specifically. What applies to me is not what's going to apply to High Beam or Clabbers or Footjoy or whoever else, Dreadwing. So you need to find your limits and the form that works for you. I give you a great starting point for what is great form for me, but that may not work because of the way that your body is built for you. You may, you know, I have an insanely long torso and stubby legs. So some things are harder for me to do them the way that I need to do them according to the experts. Same may be true for you in other ways. Some people have really long arms and it makes bench pressing super easy. Some people have shorter arms than me and they wouldn't be able to do this bench press like this. Okay. I'm just moving that over. Okay, there we go. Now I can actually grab the weight. 3 sets. Fuck. We're gonna do where I lose my phone. There it is. 2-minute rest on that. All right. That's not happening until tomorrow at least. In fact, let's do that this weekend. Audition Pack Hub. Let's do that tomorrow. That can happen today. Storyboarding new intro video. Actually, probably do that today. Stream, hashtag stream. There we go. All right. Manage my to-do list with tags and dates. And then I use an Eisenhower matrix. You guys ever need any productivity tips, especially on an iPhone or an iPad, I got you. You don't know what an Eisenhower matrix. It's actually very cool. It's hard to wrap your head around at first, but it's very cool once you have wrapped your head around it. Basically, there's like 4 quadrants. You rank things by whether or not they're urgent, whether or not they're important. You still got to be done, whether or not they're either of those things. But top priority are things that are urgent that need to be done right away. So they're very time sensitive. And then things that are important. So maybe urgent yet not important is to log my calories because I'll forget them later. Urgent and important would be like, I don't know, I have a leak somewhere that needs to be fixed. Or I have to talk to this professor later about the music that I am going to be debuting because I don't know what part I'm singing on it yet. Things are not urgent, not important. Fixing the alert command. It's really not that big of a deal. It's just going to bug me. And it doesn't need to be done today. But it's going to be on the bottom of my to-do list because I have other more important pressing things. We're going to be running an ad in 2 minutes, just FYI. God, a lot of ads in this room. One particular thing hasn't happened, and I'm not going to jinx it by mentioning it out loud. But if you've been here the last 2 weeks, you know what I'm talking about. Six, 7, 8, 9. Oh, that was a struggle. Whew. All right. So right now, I can kind of feel it in my chest. I know my chest is working. My chest is not sore. This is not a good indicator of whether or not I'm having a good workout. Usually, in my case, I only get super sore the first time I do an exercise in a while or the first time ever. Muscle soreness is typically a release of stored lactic acid in the muscles. If you're working out constantly, there's not enough time for it to build up. The soreness can also come from fatigue, it can also come from injury, but usually there's a big difference between soreness and pain. So injury is typically going to be accompanied by pain, but that's not always the case. Listen to your body, know what's what. Don't hurt yourself. Oh, hell is holding me. Whew. All right, last set of these, and then I'm going to do, I haven't done these in a while, I'm going to do the alternating standing dumbbell flies, and then go into the cable flies. I still got time. I got to pick up Jen's meds. That's like the most important thing. That's right at the top of my to-do list today. Grocery shopping is a close second. I'm going to make some blackened chicken tonight. Seven, 8. Yeah, that was good. All right. Whew. Okay, so I did 10, 10, and 8 there. And 3 times 10, 225. Oops. Okay. Five, 3 times, oops, 10. All right. So let's put the plates away. Anybody got any weekend plans other than football? I will be completely just engulfed in football. I will not be streaming. I'm gonna be working out with my kids and my wife. All right. Right. There we go. It is time for new J cups. I gotta find out if that is a standard size or what. Foosball is the devil. Mama said the reason crocodiles are ornery because they got too much teeth in their head. Medulla oblongata. I have no idea why I love that movie so much. It is one of his dumber ones. Not quite Billy Madison stupid. Of course, Billy Madison. I adore Billy Madison for reasons unbeknownst to me. It's just so goddamn random. Like, especially where the part where he just breaks into, yes, I will go back to school and achieve victory. No man can take what my father has built unless that man is me. I mean, that's just, it's comic brilliance there. Veronica, I thank you for beating the shit out of me. I see things so clearly now. I choose my destiny. I apologize to everyone for that earworm being stuck in my head and therefore me transplanting it to your head. Straight up like the the caterpillars from, or the slugs from Wrath of Khan. I know that was a deep cut. All right, standing, alternating, incline, dumbbell flies. Let's get it. Oh, been a while since I've done those. Fuck. Who called me? Huh, spam. All right. What do I got going on tomorrow? I don't think anything. Let's check the tape. Nothing. Just picking up the kids, dropping them off. But I do have my teenager and my 21-year-old tomorrow night and all weekend. I miss my 21-year-old, you guys wouldn't believe. And it's just, he just lives with his mom for right now, which selfishly really sucks. You know, I mean, it's just workouts are not the same. I mean, on the other end of the spectrum, now I have my 18-year-old because he was living with his mom while he went to high school. And now that he's here, I have someone to geek out with over music. And both of them like watching wrestling and football, so there's that, or at least they do it for me, one of the two. Actually, Braden is way farther into football than I've ever been in my life. But we sat, I don't remember what game we were watching. But we were down here. Logan was at his computer. I was at mine. Braden was at his mom's house. And we were all on a Discord call watching somebody blow it. It was a lot of fun. All right. Okay, set 2. So, with these exercises, here's a disclaimer. These are not the most stable exercises or the best exercise to do for upper chest growth. However, it is the best option I have at my house. Because of the lack of stability, it kind of limits what you can lift. But I feel more, and I tell people don't confuse sensation with progress, but it just feels like I'm activating more with it. To do them correctly, keep a slight bend in your arms, and you want to move your arm just across the center line. Don't come up here like this. That is a curl. That is not a fly. Your arm just stays with the same bend the whole way up or down. It's always that shape, right? And I tell people, like, it's kind of like you're doing the Mike Tyson uppercuts from Punch-Out because they're going across your body, but they're only going just across your center line. I like to kind of turn my body into my shoulder to help that squeeze a little bit. So it's still just here. It just looks like it's coming across this way because I'm turning my body into it. But it's still just across my center line. And my arm is essentially parallel to the ground. You start coming up here, and it puts a whole lot of pressure on your shoulder. You're going to hurt yourself. Don't do that. And this is what I warm up with before I do cable flies, which cable flies are a much better option, but I can't do them here incline due to the limitations of me being a cheap ass. This setup has been great for a lot of use cases, but it does have its limitations. If I wanted to shell out $700, then I could use a cable machine for all of my use cases without any variation in form, but I don't have that. I have this, and I'm not complaining about this setup at all. This served me very well, and it cost me $70. And for the most part, with the exception of a couple exercises, I get exactly what I need out of it. And obviously, I'm controlling the weight on the way up. I'm not just swinging it, and I'm controlling it back on the way down. That descent is very important to get the full contraction of the muscle here. Oh yeah, FootJoy, thank you. I knew that was you. I didn't even have to look. All right. The last thing I'm doing for chest is going to be cable flies. Now the way that I position my arms, this ends up being a neutral fly. I just don't have a setup to do incline cable flies properly here. I've tried varying the exercise. It really doesn't work. But flat or neutral and decline work just fine. You just have to be careful because these are so high, you can risk some shoulder injury if you don't take a few steps out to kind of negate that angle. Chess, you should take us outside and watch you run some sprint. Nobody wants to watch my fat ass run sprints. The fuck you talking about? That ain't cool. Now, 15 years ago, yes. And I say 15 years ago specifically because that was the last time I ran a 10-minute mile. Also, the only time I ran a 10-minute mile. Once. One time. I wanted to see if I could do it. I did it. Never doing it again. That was just, there was nothing fun about it. In the during or the after, I'm sure that if I had done it at a Planet Fitness, I would have been kicked out for repeatedly setting off the lunk alarm. Tired wind sprints. Oh, yeah. I'm not doing some sprints. It's not nothing. No. Man, shut Joe foot ass up. No, I had, good Lord. Where was I at? I was at Lifetime Fitness at the Lincor Plaza on the corner of Linden and Corona Road in Flint, Michigan. And that was when I was getting in shape for a fight. And it was one of those where my running speed had, and my running endurance had really ticked up. And I didn't want to gas in this fight. That was one thing I was really afraid of because it had been a while. And so I was working really heavily on my cardio, and it was one of my weight loss goals too because I had had a surgical procedure done, and at the time I weighed about 255, which at that point was the heaviest I'd ever been. Jesus Christ, FootJoy. And Clabbers, both of you. So funny, look, 255 is fat. That's what I was going with back then. And it was the worst shape I'd ever been in at that point. So, I mean, I get where I was coming from. And so I made it my goal, my New Year's resolution, if you will, to fight at the Arnold at 185. And so that's 65 pounds that I had to lose by mid-March, and I did it. I will never, ever do that again. I absolutely, it sapped my strength, number one. Let's just talk about practical implications on the fight itself. Sapped my strength, so I had to rely entirely on technique. And I was more focused on losing the weight than I was actually training for this tournament. And I did not do well. I held my own, but I did not win either of the fights I had. It was also at the point where I said, Jesus Christ, everyone's getting really fast and I am getting slow. I also looked like I had an eating disorder. And I'm not saying that to make light of it. Search, let's see, that was 2010. And Columbus. Okay, let's try Ohio maybe? Jesus Christ, okay. That's the right year. Why can't I find these? Was that not the right year? Okay. Maybe it just doesn't have the right. The tagging information is wrong. I'm gonna find this picture. It's before I got married. Where are you at? There's a picture of me and Eddie Bravo. Specifically, these are in no particular order. God damn it. Oh, it's gonna bug me now. Wait, there we go. Okay. So this is me at 183. And I'm standing next to Eddie Bravo, who I believe is high out of his mind. Which is not me insulting him. He's just high a lot. I know. Man, oh, fuck. All right, one more set. So Eddie Bravo, he is a very, very, very famous in the martial arts world, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He's the only American to ever submit a Gracie in Abu Dhabi. which is a huge deal. I don't know if it sounds like a huge deal, but it is a huge deal. He developed what he calls the rubber guard, which is an entire subsystem of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's genius. I think it's a little gimmicky, but I mean, he revolutionized the way that we think about some of our strategies in ground fighting. It's really effective against people that have never seen it before. People that have seen it before, it's the issue you get is a lot of people work on this flashy rubber guard stuff and they don't solidify their basics, and that's where they fail. Why you don't see a huge prevalence of rubber guard in MMA. Yes, rubber guard is there. Yes, I've seen it a decent amount of times. I've even seen twister submissions, which came straight out of rubber guard. There's two things about rubber guard. One, you have to be good at jiu-jitsu to begin with, which, I mean, 10th Planet, his studio, teaches straight up jiu-jitsu. He learned it from the Gracies, for the love of God. But you also have to be flexible. And that man's joints are fucking rubber, hence rubber guard, whereas mine are not. I am not flexible enough to pull off rubber guard. Even when I was flexible, I wasn't flexible enough to pull off rubber guard. I pulled off a couple of things. I could get people in mission control, but I couldn't really do anything out of it because I was stuck too. I'm, Just tried to squeeze that at the end. That's what she said. All right. I'm going to do some straight bar pull downs. Yeah, straight bar pull downs. I'll do V bar another time. We're going to move on to triceps now. These are push downs, not pull downs. I misspoke. Come on. Eat breakfast, and then shower, and then see where I'm at on time. Because I have time for all of this shit. Oh, right. Whew. Na, come on. I like it, come on. I like it. Come on, come on. Man, I went to Planet Fitness yesterday, and two exercises, I destroyed my quads. All right. No, I'm gonna go ahead and just roll this up now. No, the hack squats and leg extensions I did them so damn slow, and I contracted my muscle for so long on the leg extensions that I don't even know how I had anything left. Ow! That was a shock for for hack squats. Did 3 times 10 at 70 pounds each. To try push down to the straight bar with 80 pounds. We're gonna go 3 times. Go. All right. 2-minute warning for an ad coming up. About 1 minute 39 seconds now. Fuck off, Maryland. Okay, well, that is getting a lot lighter there. All right, let's. Nope, need to put more weight on. Rate your workout right now. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I could be going with a little bit more intensity, honestly. I could have gone a little heavier on the cable flies. The problem is that I'm kind of, with the cable flies, I'm in an area where I need to move up in weight. I don't need to move up 20 pounds. I need to move up 10. I can't do that because I cannot for the life of me get a set of 5-pound plates delivered here. Pissing me off. But I mean, you know, my heart rate's right around 120. I've burned around 500 calories according to my watch. We're 70 minutes. We're probably going to go to about 90. So I'm pretty happy with it. I just got to run. And maybe do core. That kind of depends on Jen. And it's really, when I say it depends on her, it's if she wants to, I'll do it. Otherwise, I'm going to skip it today because I did it yesterday and I did it fucking hard. Yes, I have an Apple Watch. Three, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, fuck me. Woo! The strong achievement. Ugh. No, I'm pretty happy, especially since I got the, let's do 2 times 10, 90. Okay. I am a big Apple guy. I am. I'm not sure if you can actually see this, because I'm running an ad. I don't think you subscribe, FootJoy, so we'll find out in a minute. I miss my Mac. I really miss my Mac. Because I think there are certain things that are just easier to do on desktop or laptop than they are on my iPad. And as much as they try, and they succeed in a lot of ways, at the end of the day, iPad is not a desktop replacement. Fuck me, I did not. set that. So we're just going to go 30 seconds on that. Especially when it comes to my notes and reminder system that I have, it's way easier to do in Apple. The system is better than anything Windows has and anything Google has. The problem is it's closed to Apple devices only. It's so hard to share things from a PC to the Notes or Reminders app. You can do it, but it's not the same. Ah.
Oh yeah?
God damn it. All right. Ah. Oh, fuck me. Woo! Why'd you do it in the middle of a rep though? But yeah, I'm a big Apple guy. I miss my MacBook. I also miss my iMac. I miss my iMac more than I miss the MacBook. I just don't need a MacBook. And what the fuck am I doing? Not done here. I don't need a MacBook and an iPad, but I definitely could use a desktop Apple machine. Half tempted to get a Mac Mini when I have the money. Smacking bad guys does make me horny. All right. So we've been separate from the ecosystem stuff. Desktop, laptop, tablet is about. So yeah, I have the iPad Pro. I have an iPhone 16 Pro. Do I have a 16 Pro? Whatever the latest iPhone is, I have that, the Pro version. And I don't have the latest watch, but I do have an Apple Watch. The watch is just, it's convenient, but if I had to lose one of them, it'd be the watch. There's a lot of things about the watch I like. Most of it is convenience. And to be perfectly frank, I think it's overpriced for the convenience of the things that I'm looking for. I don't use it like a lot of people do. That being said, with as religiously as I track my activity, my sleep, and my calories, it has come in handy. And it talks to everything instantaneously because iCloud works way better than OneDrive. But the nice thing about my iPad, my iPhone is, let's say that I found a video on TikTok, at least for the next couple of days, that is really informative. I can save that video, extract the audio, transcribe the audio, send that to ChatGPT for a summary and key points, then send ChatGPT's response and the original video to a note to go right into my reference database with one button. I can't do that shit on Windows. A lot of drag and drop. I can make it happen with drag and drop, but I'm just like, oh, I like this. Click on my phone. Ugh. 6, 8. 2-minute rest on that for sure. I'm on Windows and even on the top end hardware and Android tablets phones do not serve as desktop placements for me. Are we using it? Right. No, it, and that's, you know, as much as Steve Jobs was mocked for being kind of behind with some features that were already on Android, when they get to Apple, they've worked all of the bugs out and it just works. I know it's a cheesy motto, but it just works. That's 70. And I'm really not knocking Android or Windows. I'm not. I just know that my workflow is a lot easier and simpler on Apple. It does exactly what I need it to. The Windows 8 era, and it wasn't great. Oh, the continuity, wasn't that what they called it? It was not good. Yeah, it prefers to be easy. I absolutely do. And if I'm in the middle of working on something, like if somebody shoots me a text and that's a bad example. But like if I'm doing something in an app on my phone and suddenly I'm like, you know what, the desktop would be easier, I can just go to my MacBook or iMac and it's right there. It is to the character open right there, exactly what I'm doing. The functionality and the things that I am seeing in at least the stock apps are no different between platforms. And it's such a huge deal. Now you get to things like apps like Notion, you know, because I've used Notion for productivity, and Notion's a great app, don't get me wrong. It's not as simple as just using the Notes app and really figuring out how to format things the way you want, especially now that they've improved the Notes app. Oh, fuck. And Notion still has yet to come up with a really even moderately acceptable app-based solution for their full desktop suite. I call it a suite because they've got Notion, Notion Calendar, Notion Email now. It just works until it doesn't. I've never had a problem with it doesn't. I really haven't. With the exception of a developer issue causing things to crash, I've never had an issue with Apple not working. And most of the time, when people have told me, hey, my Apple thing did this, and now I've lost everything forever, I will say, did you do this, this, and this thing? No. Okay, there is a reason your phone tells you you should really do those things, because in the off chance that what happened to you happens, you don't lose everything. You live a charmed life, my good sir. I keep everything updated and I back up my shit. That's what it boils down to. It is rare that I have seen a horrendous Apple fuck up that is not in some way user error. Honest to God. Anytime anyone has come to me with these issues, it has been user error. My best friend's wife, I can't say that about her. I also did not ask details because it's my best friend's wife. So We're going to chalk that one up to Apple just because, like, you know what? This is not a fight I'm going to pick. She was pretty pissed off. And besides that, it's not helpful to go like, well, if you had done this, it's just not helpful. That's how you get slapped by both your best friend's wife and probably your best friend, at least while he's in front of her. Ah. Ah. Oh. All right. Whew. Her issue was that something, I guess it's her phone crashed, and all of her pictures were gone when she finally got it back up for years. And we were talking, there were baby pictures on there. Now, first of all, I was not about to speak up and go, well, you didn't do this. Wouldn't matter. I didn't ask. There's what I believe happened. Which is that somehow the phone got wiped and then backed up. But even then, you have previous backups, depending on how your settings are set up. So, I mean, I don't know. I asked about restoring from backup. They said that they tried it and it wasn't there. Okay. That was as far as I pried. And I'd be pretty pissed off if that happened to me too. Even if it was user error. But I wouldn't need anyone reminding me that it was user error. So we leave it at that. But everything else, and the amount of people that have lost their iPhones, and right off the back, I'm like, well, you have Find My iPhone turned on, right? No. You're an idiot. You're carrying $1,000 device in your pocket that you're most likely still paying off to your phone company. You declined the insurance and you didn't even put Find My iPhone on? Okay, it's gone. You brought this on yourself. Yeah, I'm not saying that out loud. No, absolutely not. All right. Oh, I need a chain. That's the sound of a man working on the chain. Yeah. Oh, don't you know? Oh, don't you know the sound of a man working on the chain? Yeah. Oh, don't you know? Oldies. Ah. Jesus. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what their equivalent is. It might just be called Find My Device. I know it's Find My for the iPhone because it's not just the iPhone anymore. It's everything Apple. And I think now they've even opened it up to more things that are GPS enabled. I don't use the tags or anything like that though. one of my friends posted a chart, the title being, "How many pancakes can my boobs make?" And it's a chart that the axis across is band size and the axis down is cup size. And then you find your cup and band size, and it tells you how many pancakes can come out of the batter that fills your bra. And the only thing I can think of is Americans will use anything to avoid using the metric system. It's a PSA. I just had to check my work phone and make sure things were turned on since I don't use it too much. Yeah. It's important shit. Pharaoh Wolverine, what's happening, buddy? Thanks for stopping by. But like iCloud backups, you have to do that. You have to, especially to avoid scenarios like what my best friend's wife went through. Find My Device. I will never understand why people do not. Ugh. Ugh. Whew. One more set. Just got home from eating brunch. Hell yeah. What'd you have? Where'd you go? Who'd you eat? That's a little weird. Like if I go into my Find My app, I can see exactly where my AirPods, my headphones are, my watch, my iPad, my iPhone, not to mention anyone that is in my family account. So I have my kids and my wife, all of their devices show up there too, so I can help them find them. And I can, there's a button where it says play a sound. It will override the settings on your device, turn off silent, and make a really obnoxious sound to help you find them. Hell, I used my phone to find my remote the other day because I have an Apple TV upstairs. And I'm not an Apple fan. Believe me, when I say this, I'm not an Apple fanboy. I acknowledge there are a lot of shortcomings with Apple. However, the products that I have, I overwhelmingly endorse just because of the ease and simplicity. The watch, I like my watch, but meh. The AirPods, surprisingly quality. I really didn't think that they were going to be as good as they are. And they're quite frankly awesome. Got 20 more seconds. Mexican. Unintentional oh no. What happened? How did you unintentionally dine and dash? Ooh, heart rates start coming down. It's not quite what I want, but oh, there it is. I was wondering how long was left on that timer. All right, last set. Ugh. Oh, fuck. Woo. And that's going to do it today. So we did 3 times 10 at 70. There we go. Done. 90 minutes today. All right, guys. I love y'all, but I am on a schedule today. In 2 hours, I got a brand new student coming here. I got to go grocery shopping, grab meds, shower, and eat all before that happens. So I will most likely be back tomorrow morning. Doing back and bicep day. I will be doing biceps. It will be a rather intense bicep workout. I have started doing one intense bicep workout once per week. Until probably till March is the way that I'm going to do that. And then it'll be back to 2 days a week on everything. It's just getting the muscular endurance back in that. My triceps are fucking pumped right now. Jesus Christ. I don't flex a lot on here, but there we go. That shading. Woo. All right. So, links are in chat. Join the Discord. Grab yourself some merch. I got a lot of compliments on my thick fillet shirt up at the purple and yellow gym, Planet Fatness. And as always, exclamation donate will allow you to tip or contribute to the medical/automobile bills that have befallen upon Jennifer and I. I don't mention a lot during streams. I don't like asking for help, but I would be remiss in not mentioning it at all. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for showing up and supporting me, giving me the motivation to get through that heavy ass workout. I'll see you soon.